Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Cash the Line. I am live. I am at the Peace Arch at the border of Canada and the United States. And it is beautiful. The sun is just about setting, and I am on my way home after a fantastic and busy, busy summer. Boy, has it been a summer. And I just wanted to say hi and say a few words. I'll let this live stream stay up. I'm streaming to both Facebook and YouTube this time. So if you can hear me, or if you can't hear me, let me know. Um, so, yeah, this has been a crazy, crazy summer. This has been pretty much like 2 years pushed into 2 months. Hello, Lynette from St. Louis. St. Louis or Louis? um, so, yeah, this has been because of all the pandemic and everything getting postponed. It's been 2 years into July and August. So I have had one heck of a summer getting to all of these events. I had one road trip down south to Memphis and Tennessee, and then back up to Midwest Geobash. That was Cash Fest down in Memphis, and then Midwest Geobash up in Wauseon in Ohio. And wow, those two events were already insane. Cash Fest, I mean, we had, Jeff Cross, yeah, summer is not over yet. Cash Fest was a brand new mega event that was created and hosted by the Geocache Talk Network. And being a co host of Challenge Talk, we had one of those three academies in that event was the Challenge Academy. There was also the Puzzle Academy and the Gadget Academy. And so for Challenge Academy, we created these ways for people to participate and basically set goals for themselves long before the event and throughout the event itself. And so we had a photo scavenger hunt, we had statistics, some basic challenge concepts, and we even had kind of an adventure style geo tour during the event to go and get information and fill out your sheet. And you had three passports, and if you could just even start them and do a little bit or complete the whole thing, then you'd win a whole bunch of prizes. We even had the challenge wheel that you could spin and then earn even bigger, better prizes. And so we kind of mimicked the Challenge Talk podcast at the event, which was so cool. And Emily and I both loved to meet all of you, whether you were listeners of the podcast or if you follow Cash the Line or Geocache Talk. We loved to meet you. And oh man, it was so busy. Chad says, "Are you still in Seattle?" I am just at the border. I am. What was this? I forget which one it was. Blaine, I think it was. Yes, the Blaine crossing. Andy Plant, talk about a epic summer of geocaching. Hello, Bell on the Move as well. Yes, I know on the East Coast it's late now. It's 10:30 p.m. But over here on the West Coast, the sun is just going down, and it's gorgeous at the arches. Let's see if you can see what I'm seeing here. I wonder if I can switch. I don't think I can switch the camera, but I can do this. Oh, look at that. And there is the arch right there. I am not back in Canada yet. I am just about to head over as soon as we're done with this. Brad Head, hello. Got to meet you finally. Yes, awesome, Cash. Another TARDIS to be found. Another TARDIS on the map. So Challenge Academy and Cash Fest. It was the organization, all of the content, all of the surrounding events, also fantastic. Everybody did a great job in planning, and we love to hear your feedback. So be sure to contact somebody involved, Geocache Talk members, networks, Brad, Jesse. Post notes, go to the Geocache Talk Network Facebook group, and share your thoughts. We'd love to hear it. Who knows if there's going to be another one? I'm not part of that crew, so I don't know. I can't say. Don't quote me on anything. Chandram is here as well. Awesome. Got to meet you during Cache Fest for the Vertical Madness. That geocache was insane. That's awesome. And thank you for all that you did for that one as well. So after Memphis, this was a 6,000 kilometer road trip. I headed up to Midwest Geobash, and that one missed the last couple of years, but that was the second time I've gone to Midwest Geobash, and it's awesome because it's like days of camping. I love that one because it's so relaxed and it's all contained in the fairgrounds. And I don't know if you knew, but a few years ago, was it last year? I think it was last year. Yeah, the epic flooding of the entire fairgrounds, and some cars were a foot or two covered underwater, and it was just ridiculous. Check out the Midwest Geobash listing. I'm sure there's loads of photos from that year. It was just crazy, and I didn't make it to that one, thankfully. But even more thankfully, this year was perfect weather. There was a nice breeze, a nice little bit of rain and drizzle. Jessica Wordman, nice running into you at the block party. Yes, it was. It's I've mentioned. I'll keep saying it. It's awesome to meet people in person. These events, especially for those of us who are classified as influencers on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of those platforms, we absolutely love to meet you. You know, some people go to events and they'll come to the event and they'll leave to go geocaching, find caches. No. These events, this is all about meeting people. It's people, man, people. And he said the pictures with Mount Margaret with Joshua are pretty cool. Can't wait to see some of the footage from your adventures. Oh man, I'm just getting started. These 2 trips have been insane. At least 2 weeks each. So much footage. I've got stuff for months to come now, and so yeah, I'll still do some geocaching. But there are so many videos to make and so much content to put out there, hopefully to show people the best of geocaching, whether it's gadgets and containers or adventures and travels and sites, all of that. That's what, in my opinion, geocaching is all about. And especially when it's surrounded by friends and events and all of you guys. Colin Schmidt said, glad to meet you in person at Geo Woodstock. Hershey makes 5. That's right, I've sent you some prizes. Let's see what else we got here. Just Carlo didn't make it to Seattle, but glad we could meet at Abbotsford. Just Carlo did some really good volunteer work up for Geo Woodstock. So check out his channel. He's also on Instagram, and he's just getting started. He's got some great stuff. And what else do we have? Oh yeah, Happy Hodag is here. Hello. Okay, what else do we have? So that was 2 weeks in July, and then I went home. I had a 2-week break. I got to go back to work for a bit, and I got to spend time with my special significant other, and had just a nice downtime to be able to prep for this brand new trip to the west, into the west, to BC and Seattle, because we had Geo Woodstock, which had been postponed, but finally, it was able to happen in Abbotsford in 2022, and wow, was it fantastic. And I am so proud of our Canadian brethren for hosting this and making it all work out. It was so awesome. Good job on that, and well represented north of the border. I wanted to say, while I was while I was over there in Geo Woodstock, I wanted to recommend to all of you Americans south of the border who came up, I think the best, okay, so Americans also always talk about, how great Chick-fil-A is, or some other, that's, your mileage may vary, but, how awesome it is. I'm like, yeah, it was good. We have some in Canada. Yeah, it was good. I think they use the same recipes and everything, but yeah, it was good. It wasn't absolutely fantastic, but it was good. No. I would say my favorite fast food is still Harvey's. So I was going to say, if you were there, go check out Harvey's for food before you head home. What else? Colin Semple is here. Decided to skip the arch. Oh, that's too bad. And Gary Robertson from Surrey. Hello. Oh, you're not too far away. You're around the corner. So Geo Woodstock, man. Quick recap of that. We had the influencers panel, which I thought was a great add-on to an event, especially like a Giga, because quite often you can have sponsors and what sponsors often get is little perks and bonuses at the event, like a vendor table where you can sell stuff. But those of us who are creating content, we don't necessarily have a place to sell, and we want to get out and meet people, see people. So having that influencer section was really good because we could help support the event, and we have that opportunity to mingle and meet people and help get our name out as well. But the best part, again, was just being able to be there with you guys. So we had an influencer panel where myself and Dave from Cache Canada were on, and then the podcasters, we had Rock Chalk from Geocaching HQ for the official podcast. We had Caching in the Northwest. We had, who's on the far side? Oh, my memory. Oh, this is going to be so embarrassing. Then there was the far left and far right. We have the Geocache? No, somebody can put it in chat and then I'll mention. My brain's going a mile a minute right now, or as Michael Scott would say, a mile an hour. What else do we have? Oh, that panel was great because that allowed us to, give a little bit of explanation about what we do and why we love what we do. Whether it's creating videos or podcasts or blogging, that's also there. Oh yeah, Sunny and Sandy, yes, that's right. They were. He was two next to me. Sunny was, and so that was a great opportunity to let people know what we're all about, because I think a lot of people, there's like almost a stigma with, oh, you're a YouTuber, you're just in it for the money. But no, we're not. We're in it because this is an amazing hobby and we want to spread the fun and the tips and tricks and all of that stuff to the community to help this community grow and get better and be there for each other. What else we got? Oh yeah, so I also had for both of these trips, I gotta shift a bit. For both of these trips, I had a little book that I wanted to get autographs of people because there were so many famous people. There were thousands and thousands of famous people. So I wanted to get your autograph, and got my little baggie here. Home is where the GPS points. And dig into this. It's like Santa's bag of tricks. Oh, look at this. Hot dog. That is my autograph book. And throughout all of these trips, I wanted to meet people and get all of your autographs. And I've got pages and pages of all of your autographs, and one is loose. But so many more pages to go that are empty. There's no way to get thousands of autographs. So it was awesome to meet everybody and chat. To meet people in the face and chat was awesome. What else we got? Oh yeah, I can't wait for the full video on the vertical map. Neither can I. It's going to take a whole lot of work to get through all this stuff. What do we got? Oh yeah. So this was my trip out west. Flew to Vancouver and then rented a car from Truro and then drove down into Seattle. And so that whole week, it was like one major target a day, and so each of those targets was intended to be a video. So again, so many videos, shorts coming out as well, and not only me, but Cache Canada was there as well. So they've got loads of videos coming up, and then Hailmeister, Neil Moore, all the podcasters, Geocaching Podcast, Caching in the Northwest. We got Pathfinder was there. Oh my gosh. Oh, my brain. I'm almost home and now everything is just poof, disappearing. We've got pictures galore and you can see everybody. And we've got people from the community, very active people in the community who are at most of these events as well. It's a whole lot of traveling. So after Geo Woodstock was driving down to Seattle, whole lot of targets, and then it was for HQ's 20th anniversary celebration in 2022, 20 and 2020 and 22. It all works out nicely. I liked the logo with the 22 in the 0. No, 2-0 with the 2 in the 0. That was a nice little twist to get it all in there. And being able to go to HQ and visit the visitor center, which was obviously going to be packed throughout the 2 weeks of both of these events being a week apart. People from all over the world, many thousands, more than a giga event. And then being able to go to that main event, that huge, huge event with way more than a giga of people around the world, and seeing all those lackeys they did something special this time where every lackey had a collectible card, and if you knew about it, then you knew to go to every lackey and try to meet them all in person and get that card. I have no idea if they're going to be using them elsewhere later or if there's any other way to get them, but they were handing them out the wazoo. I remember seeing a couple people there who had like stacks of cards. I heard there were something like 60 plus lackeys at the event. It was just insane. And being able to also meet in person two of the three founders. Do you know who the third founder is? We have Brian Roth and Jeremy Irish, but there's one more founder, and we don't have to talk about him, but he was part of the original launch of the geocaching website. So if you know him, put him in chat. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. What a thing it would be if all three of them got together. Imagine maybe in a future, maybe for the 25th anniversary. Maybe, hopefully. And also Steve from the Travel Bugs, the Travel Bugs playing with Bugsy Travels and the Ammo Boxes. That was an awesome concert. You know, there's so many different music styles, but these guys, these mix and make some really cool music and covers. So Steve has been working on a brand new song. He ran a Kickstarter for it called It's Mega, and it's almost ready to release. So you got to watch for his new song. It's awesome. It's going to be fun. And so everybody who helped support him on Kickstarter for this project got their names in the song and very customized. So it's going to be fun to listen to. And the rough draft that we've heard so far is kind of catchy. It's good. I like it a lot. You might recognize some names in there. Canis Miner says, thanks for sharing all your adventures. Glad to have met you at Cache Fest and Geobash. I couldn't make it to the Pacific Northwest, but looking forward to the next time we meet. And Elias is correct. Elias is the third founder of the geocaching. I can't say hobby, the website. Yeah, man, HQ is like the center of the geocaching universe. No wonder so many people were there. It's so unbelievably popular, and there's still a bunch of caches in the area that I didn't manage to get. There's too many caches to get. There's always more caches. There's always just one more. So that's just 4 of the major events from this summer, and that was packed into 2 trips of about 2 weeks each in pairs. So they're like 1 week apart, which made it perfect to either do a road trip or get stuff in between. See you, just Carlo. We'll see you sometime, hopefully, in the future. Hacklevet, indeed, you cannot get them all. It's impossible. You get one, it gets archived, another one pops up in its place. It's like Gremlins. Or not, or Gremlins or Tribbles. The trouble with Tribbles. What else do we got? So there are loads of other events coming up because I think at every one of these events there were people who had gone to Going Caching, and these guys are so unbelievably excited about that event. Every time I meet somebody who's been to Going Caching, they talk about it like it is the be-all and end-all of all events. I bet there's already people watching right now who have been to Going Caching, and you're thinking, that's right, that's totally right. You gotta go to Going Caching. That's in Georgia, and it's coming up. And unfortunately, I won't be able to make it this year as well because that was so much traveling. I have taken all of my holidays for the year. So I won't be able to make it this time. And next year is already getting booked up with stuff that's happening and places to get to. But let's see. Yeah, okay, what's coming up with Cache the Line? Well, there's months of content now, so hopefully I'm aiming to get a long form video out at least once a week, and there's going to be shorts intermingled in there as well. And if you don't know the difference between the two, I hope if you use YouTube, you should use your subscription feed. So if you're on desktop, you can bookmark, I think it's youtube.com/subscriptions, and that gives you every video from everybody you subscribe to in chronological order, guaranteed. That's the way not to miss anything or to pick and choose what you want to watch, including shorts. If you watch the main homepage, then you start to get algorithmically selected videos that YouTube thinks that you might want to watch that may or may not be from who you subscribe. So you might miss stuff. If you're on the mobile device, there's a subscriptions button. And if you tap that, you get a list of all the long form videos from your subscribers. You won't miss anything. But they also group all the shorts into a shorts shelf from your subscribers. So there's like, it's tough to optimize YouTube. But so there are shorts and long form videos. If you don't want to miss anything, then hit the bell and hit notifications so that you'll get notified whenever a new long form video goes up. Shorts, it's kind of hit and miss. You kind of have to check back or watch your subscriptions. And that's the same for every channel. So whoever you subscribe to, that's the best way to do it. In my opinion, that's what I do. Excuse me. We got algorithmically lol. Big word. It is a big word. Okay, so coming up for Cache the Line, we've got months of content just from this summer, which is going to take forever to get through. Plus some old videos I still have to get finished, and those gotta prioritize these. But Cache the Line isn't just videos. So you follow on Facebook, you get notifications. You can follow on Twitter. I try to post all the updates there as well. Instagram, if you love photos, I don't do reels as much, but for photos, geocaching related photos, that's another place to go. But I've also got a GeoCoin, which is now in production. So, well, almost in production. It's in samples phase right now, and the samples I got, so close. They messed up on a few things, so there's going to have to be some tweaks, and then it'll almost be ready to go. And I've got loads of plans for that GeoCoin, and because it's going to be mixed in, I'm tying everything together. I've got the GeoCoin coming with path tags. It's a Sherpa coin, so there's going to be a connection with the coin and its partner. And I've also got a project called, for now, Project EGA. And the patrons know. Patrons of Cache the Line have the inside scoop about what's happening with Project EGA and how it's all tying together. And it's coming together. It's taken time, but it's coming together. If you watch Challenge Talk, you'll know that I am offering a GeoCoin as a prize to anybody who completes and qualifies for the entire grid of a challenge cache I published years ago called the Iron Bingo Challenge. It's a 5x5 grid of basically 25 streak type challenges, and it's ridiculously hard to qualify for. I don't qualify for myself yet. I have to work on that. Maybe that'll be my plan for the rest of the year. Anyway, I'm offering prizes for people who qualify for that entire grid. What was the GC code? Oh, somebody put it in chat and I'll mention it. I should have it memorized. So there's GeoCoin. There is the path tags to go with the GeoCoin, and I'll give you a little scoop. The patrons know, but this Project EGA, it's a card game. It's a card game, and there's gonna be cards that are collectible that you can customize, and more, and that's all coming up soon. So stay tuned, because as soon as I've got a playable playable deck, then the official announcement will be coming. And if you are a patron, there's loads of bonuses to go with that as well. There's extra content, extra little perks that you'll get in the game as well. So if you're not a patron, let's see if I've got it here. There you go. Your support, I want to thank patrons who support Cache the Line, because all of this stuff, all of the traveling, all of the equipment I've been using, that 360 camera, that brand new camera I've been using. If you've been following me on social media, I've posted a few really cool 360 degree shots, crowd photos. There's some, I think, I'm not sure if I posted a 360. Yes, I did. the 360 video from the Cash Fest group Photoshop. That was awesome. That was combined with Chandram's drone, and so we hung the camera from the drone and got the 360 dipping into. Oh, it was so cool. It was awesome. Yes, KC11 GC3D5 EB. That is the Iron Bingo Challenge. So the 360 can fly. So it will ship to Canada at a reasonable rate then. The Geocoin, yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. That's something I have to get into. Anyway, so patrons know all of this stuff. They've got the inside scoop. And again, I want to thank all of the patrons who made all of this possible. It can be kind of cliche. Everybody's got a Patreon now, but that seriously helps us with all the stuff that we do. Not only for costs due to transportation and equipment, but also for time. There's that cliche of starving artists, people who do what they do because they love what they do, but it doesn't bring anything in. So Patreon is kind of like Kickstarter for creators. It helps fans and supporters provide that little extra support to help them continue what they do. And we like to give back with little perks to go with them, depending on what tier, what level you decide to support at, which could be anywhere from a couple of bucks a month up to who knows what. So for all of my patrons, thank you so much for your ongoing support, and for past patrons who have had to back out for whatever reason. All of that has gone to good use. And this is like a starving artist thing. We do what we do because we love what we do, and we put so much into it. It's costly, and nobody comes out of this with a profit. I mean, this is an awesome hobby, and we just love to be able to spread the joy, spread the excitement, the inspiration, and hope that it'll inspire you to get outside and enjoy geocaching, enjoy nature, enjoy people. And in that influencer panel, that one word was the most common word. It's influence, not influence, inspire. And so that's probably the key word for all of us who love to create videos for you to enjoy. We love to inspire you, and we inspire each other as well, because we everybody's kind of got a strength, and so it's awesome to be able to see what other people create and grow off of that. You look back a few years, wow, has everybody come a long way? It's insane. It's awesome. And this is just such an amazing community. There's a lot of core people who seem to be everywhere for all of the influencers, all of the channels, all of the social medias. And then, Joshua's huge, and he's got this enormous community outside of that. And we're just trying to bring people in and, show them what geocaching is all about. What else is there? Oh, yeah, and sponsorships. Because, being able to use what patrons do to support us to basically pay it forward and help support all of these events that also help to bring people together as a community. And I was happy and privileged to be able to be a sponsor of Geo Woodstock and the Adventure Maze that they had set up, and to help support their costs by sponsoring and supporting them. And so again, all of that patron help goes towards that. Now the thing is, because all of this has been packed into 2 months, I've used all of my work vacation. I think I have 1 day left for the end of the year, and that's probably going towards Christmas. So after I get home, it's kind of a bittersweet last moment right now. Look at this. As the sun is setting by the Peace Arch. Oh, beautiful. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, the tilting is weird. Come on, expose right. There we go. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous, beautiful. Oh, man, that's fantastic. But, Yes, so as I get home, there's going to be a couple more caches, I'm sure, back in Canada before I fly home tomorrow afternoon. I got to return the car for 11 p.m. local tonight and then sleep in the airport. But when I get home, it's back to real life, real people. Not that you're not real people, you're real people, I think, right? And so I should say just, normal home life. And after all of this is done, this packed summer, boy, has it been a summer. It's going to be back to real life and big priorities. And so, I think things will be changing a little bit after this summer. There's going to be a lot of focus on making sure I can keep Cache the Line going. Thanks to all of you who subscribe and watch and interact and who follow on social media, especially Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Those are my top three social media platforms, I think. That covers videos, photos, and just all the community interaction, all of that stuff. So back to bigger priorities. And I think I'm going to be trying to shrink things down a little bit so I'm not so packed and always busy and, brain going all aflutter with all the stuff that's going on. But the community is awesome. Thank you. You watching right there. You are great. Thank you for watching, tuning in. And, all of these people, oh yeah, Karen Haynes, sunset pics and sunrise pics are my favorites. Yes, and, it's kind of an accomplishment to get them too, because you gotta have good clouds. There's gotta be some clouds in the sky. And then you gotta have a little bit of a haze so that it glows. And then you gotta be at the right place at the right time. Hakliva got a good sunset last night. Awesome. Only do what you can when you can. Karen, that's right. It is kind of a trade-off. You want to have consistency, but you also don't want to be controlled by what you do. And that's one of the things that everybody who's been doing social media videos, especially YouTube, for a long time, they always say, don't let it control you. You have a life. Do what you want to do. When you want to create, and share what you love to share. Don't let the world and all that stuff dictate what you need to do, because that's what makes you stress out. That puts people in depression and all that. So we got to watch for that. But we still love doing it. And thank you, Anna Lee. You're fun to watch. You have such a Bob Ross vibe. Happy little trees and mountains. You know what? I never watched Bob Ross. I should start watching him just to try to bring some of him in here. But no, again, we love it. We love what we do. We love you guys. And, it has been awesome. It's been a great summer. And so many memories. Seriously, so many memories. And I'm going to have some downtime and just process it all. I don't know if you had gone to some of these events, if it was just one or two or a whole bunch, but sometimes you just need to, I'm an introvert. I'm not an extrovert. I don't go out there. I'm not a social person. So I've been pushing myself to do things that I never thought I would be doing as a kid, as a teenager in school. I'm like, this is insane what I'm doing now, but it's awesome and it's fun. And so, you push yourself a little bit more each time. And really, that is the whole theme of Cache the Line. We're getting we're geocaching, so we're finding caches, cache to cache to cache to cache. No matter where you go, you're like drawing a line from cache to cache, and so that's the whole idea of Cache the Line. It's caching this line of life, and there's always just one more. You can never stop. There's always more, and so I should do an update to what Cache the Line is about. That first video I did about the name is so old. Oh man, looking back. Oh yes, Karen, good point. Please hit the like button. There's another cliche. YouTubers always say, hit that like button, smash the like button. But you know what? That actually helps. Not only because it helps us know what you like to see, it also actually has a function in YouTube to help lift that video up a little more, to be spread to more people. If people hit that thumbs up, as as frustrating it is to want to say it, if you think that it's worth it, that will help it spread to more people. It'll pop up in those main pages and stuff. Anyway, I can talk all day about technical stuff behind the scenes and YouTube things, but I'm going to have a whole lot of stuff. I think I'm going to try to make a whole lot of uh, extra bonuses and perks for the patrons from this summer because, man, again, I said it before, I'll say it again. Thank you to all the patrons who help support. Um, yeah, there's a lot that goes into this, and it wouldn't be possible to do the kind of things that I'm doing without you patrons. And I'll just mention again, one of the biggest themes and reasons I started Cache the Line was because when my mother had passed from ALS, and that was the year that I decided to do a 366-day geocaching streak, and that I started doing that before she was diagnosed after an accident with ALS, and uh, the hardest part was continuing to do that daily streak while she was in there, and she was that inspiration that kept me going because you know if you don't know ALS, it is a disease that pretty much makes your body like a jail. It's your brain is fully functional, but your body just starts to uh, stop working. It doesn't want to do what your brain wants it to do, and so when she had that, um, yeah, it was like a prison, and it was hard to watch. But she pushed through every day, as frustrating as it was, both for her, for family, for us, and for the people who are helping her, the nurses, and they have to deal with things like that. Um, and but she pushed through day to day, and the worse that she got, and the closer I got to the end, the more that I realized, she was um, staying strong, and she was not giving in right up to the very end. And so as she was doing that, that just made me want to keep going and dedicate the rest of that streak for her. And that's why I did 366, not before, not after. That's marking the goal, the accomplishment. And throughout that time, I was showing her photos. I was showing her the types of places that I was going. Um, I had always wanted to visit my hometown, so I managed to get to the UK and to Scotland, and those were the times that I was seeing those, and I wished that she could have seen it because that was that was what she loved, and so that really is the whole inspiration behind Cache the Line, to bring this the outdoor adventure, the nature, the sights, the beauty of creation to people who might not be able to see it or might not be able to do what we do as geocachers. You know, we we go on these crazy adventures, awesome adventures that we might never have otherwise done. You know that phrase. I never would have known this place if it weren't for geocaching. And now we have also a location list that if you go and you discover a place and you take a photo, now you can log a location list cache because you're sharing a new place that you discovered because of this awesome hobby. And so it's it's just such a great hobby, and I love sharing it. So thank you again for all of you for subscribing, for watching, and it's been an awesome summer. And but it's come to an end, and I've got to get home. I've got a few more caches. There's always just one more. So thanks again, and I'm not running. I'm not running away. I really do. I need to go. It's 81. My battery is dying. Um, so I don't have anything else to say. I think that's about it. It's been awesome, and Akluva, you didn't sound like Sunny there at all. I'll have to play that back. Lori said, I love why you started doing this because of your mother. Yeah, absolutely. And anyway, yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a blast. Thanks for coming on this adventure, this excellent geocaching adventure. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you, everybody who came to chat, who hung out, and for listening to me babble on about all of this summer. It's been awesome. Anyway, like I just said, I always drag on the outros, so I'm just going to do it. Cut it out. Happy caching, excellent adventuring. See you in another video. Take a look at the sunset just one more time as we dial out.